Well, hello, Glue Troopers. Max and Max's models here. That's kind of a mouthful. I think maybe I'll start calling it MOMS for short. I don't know. What do you think? I think I'll stick that in the think box and see what you guys have to say. So, anyway, if I showed you a picture of this airplane, pretty much all you would be able to identify it without much effort. Obviously, the Ryan Spirit of St. Louis that Lindbergh went across the Atlantic in 27 and made him a household name, and the airplane probably one of the most, if not the most famous airplane in history. But what if I showed you a picture of this airplane? By the way, this is a Balanca, and the Balanca series aircraft was actually Lindbergh's first choice, but he couldn't get his hands on one, so he had Ryan build him the Spirit of St. Louis. But this particular one, Miss Vidal, was flown by Clyde Pangborn and Hugh Herndon. Herndon was the one who got the money together for it, which is why he was actually allowed on the trip. Pangborn was really the aviation expertise behind it. And they made the first nonstop trans-Pacific flight from Misawa, Japan, all the way to the American West Coast. Part of their program was to jettison the landing gear after takeoff to reduce drag, and the airplane was carrying about 300 gallons more than it was engineered for. So it was quite the production, but they did make it. And the airplane, of course, had to make a belly landing upon arrival in the U.S., which was part of the plan. And I can't resist. It just makes you want to call him Clyde Pangborn, even though everything went according to oil. But the airplane, unfortunately, was lost on a different flight, I believe in 1932. But what surprised me was that an airplane this significant, I mean, first trans-Pacific flight, that's a big deal, arguably bigger than going across the Atlantic. And yet there are no kit models of it. There are various models of the Balanca 300 series aircraft, but none of Ms. Vidal. And I think that's kind of surprising. It's really a historically significant plane, so you would think that somebody would have made a kit. So there's a missed opportunity. Somebody needs to get on that. I did not even find a modification kit to one of the Balanca 300 series kits that's out there. I didn't even see any pictures of a model online. That's a little odd. I think it's a historically significant aircraft. Just like the ocean liner SS United States is a very significant ship that they're about to go out and prep to make a coral reef out of. But there's only a couple of kits of it that have been made, and they're old ones that are still being repopped. But again, something that's significant. Very few people made models of it. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. I've been busy trying to edit the interviews with the Colonel and get the first episode of Boxed History put together. That's still quite a ways down the road. Well, that's all I've got for right now. Guys, you take care of yourselves. Remember, the live stream is Friday night, and we'll talk to you later. Take care of yourselves, and as always, model on.